Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Joshua Rodriguez, team leader of the Rodriguez team, and I have 3 tips for the first-time homebuyer. Tip number 1, know your purchasing power. It is vitally important that you know exactly what fits within your budget so that when you're out there looking for homes, you know exactly what works for you. It's super important to know your purchasing power because most lenders are going to go ahead and actually equate your gross monthly income to how much you can actually afford based off of your monthly payments. So let's say you go out, you're looking for a property and you're looking online and you see this property that you ultimately love. I would hate it, especially as an expert that's taking a buyer out, that you go see the property, you fall in love with it, and we find out that it's just not within your budget. Josh, what can I do to prepare ahead of time? I'll tell you. Speaking with a lender can tell you what your purchasing power is, which allows you to then look at properties and set parameters within these search engines, i.e. Zillow, StreetEasy, especially in our market, Trulia, Movado, just to name a few, where you could set the parameters of the purchasing power and actually see properties that are within your budget. Most lenders are going to take somewhere between 40 and 43% to max it out of your gross monthly income to equate how much you can actually spend. Also, on top of that, you want to make sure when you get pre-approved to find out if you're looking for co-ops or condos. I have another video already posted on the difference between those two and what to look for when purchasing. So go check out that video if you'd like more. But back to purchasing power. It is super important because I've had clients push, and if they push and they say, no, I just kind of want to see the property, a lot of times people will go see a property the first time and they will fall in love with it. Then next thing you know, other people have come to see the property and they fall in love with it. Sometimes some lenders, they're just going to take some time to get a pre-approval turned around, especially it's based off of how quick you can get the qualifying documents that the lender is going to be looking for to get it back to them, for them to run it through their systems. When that happens, if you see a property over the weekend, you're trying to get an offer in, you can't get it in without the pre-approval, and then what happens? You lose out on that gorgeous home, you lose out on that home with that white picket fence, you lose out on that apartment that has the perfect finishings for you because somebody else was prepared ahead of time. So I say, know your purchasing power, speak to a lender so you can say, hey, this is how much I qualify for. These are the properties I'm looking at. Tip number 2 for first-time home buyers, very important, know your timeline, your purchasing timeline. I can't stress this enough because a lot of buyers will come in and say, oh, I'm looking for, a year down the line, 14 months down the line, or 6 months down the line. The properties you see today, a lot of the times will not be available 6 months, 8 months, maybe even a month from now. So knowing that timeline and giving that information to the agent that you're working with or the listing agent so they can understand and better assist you, also important, because then what it does is it has the expert that you're working with, the real estate agent in your area that you've chosen to hire to work for you, it gives them more information so they can better assist you and help you build out this plan of purchasing action that most buyers need. The reasoning for it, especially in the New York City market, we have different types of properties. Again, I can't stress it. We have co-ops, condos, condops, so there are going to be wait limits. There's going to be times, especially if you're renting an apartment and you say, you know what, I don't want to renew my lease. I actually want to go ahead and purchase a property. If you tell us at the beginning, at the outset, hey, Joshua, I have 4 months to purchase this property. Okay, fine. You might be open to having a cooperative. You might be open to that because cooperatives do take a process. Because a bank can close in 30 to 45 days does not mean that you will get through the process of a cooperative approval or of a condo first right of refusal ahead of time. Those things take time, especially a condo. The average co-op can take time from 60 days to 120 days, sometimes even longer. I've had deals in cooperatives that they operate so slow, it took my buyer 6 months to purchase the property. 6 months. So, and thankfully she had the available time within her lease, and we made sure that she actually closed on her property 1 week before she had to move out. So she moved out immediately right there, and one transition to the next, it was as smooth as possible. So definitely, absolutely, I cannot stress enough, set your timeline so that way it is a realistic goal. And tip number 3, you know what I'm gonna say. Pick up the phone, call me, email me, text me, page me, beat me. I think it's super important to have an experienced agent on your side that knows the market, especially in this hyper-saturated market, especially in New York City. We have thousands, tens of thousands of real estate agents that are transacting daily. If you pick a real estate agent that's not from that area or has no familiarity with that area, it could cost you. So having someone that has the experience, the knowledge, the connections, because especially in a low inventory market, if you have connections, if the real estate agent you're working with knows the other brokers that are transacting, you might be able to see a property before it even hits the market. If that real estate agent has connections with other real estate agents that are on the market and potentially they know that they might be falling through, you might gain first access before the public does. You might gain, if you're in a multi-offer situation and the real estate agent that you've hired has a relationship or knows this other real estate agent and it is amicable, a lot of times relationships matter in this business, because if you're in a multi-offer situation, because I know this agent or we've worked with together in the past, they might actually, give me a little bit more information. Let me know exactly what we got going on. I can get a little bit more information for you and access for you to help you win that bid. Relationships matter in this business, ladies and gentlemen. And I think that that is one super key important thing. So out of the 3 tips, that's where you want to start as a first-time home buyer. If you'd like any more information, you can go back to our page, Rodriguez Team NYC Real Estate. You can look at other videos talking about the types of properties, the different types of purchases, and you could reach out to us to rodriguezteamnyc@gmail.com, and we could always answer any specific questions that you have. Once again, thanks for coming to watch this video. Thanks for coming to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell so you can get notifications when videos are uploaded. Thanks for watching my YouTube page.